Okay, few minutes for the preparation, and then we will have something very interesting here going. You can see on the first line it's already some marshmallow, spaghetti, tape. Oh, I think here we need one more tape. So in few minutes, Lasse will explain what's going on.
Assuming this works. Display. There it is. I guess this doesn't work with this machine. It works. Great. Just open this right slides. I'm ready.
Okay, so let's welcome Lasse with his marshmallows.
Hello. So we're going to do a marshmallow challenge. Anyone has done it before in the room? A couple of you. Okay, interesting. So we don't have much time, so let's just dive into it. Just you get some background from the marshmallow challenge, nothing new. It's been run since 2006. In multiple places. The biggest one that I know of is with 800 people at one time, so we're not that many people. Unfortunately, we don't have tables, so we need to do it either on the floor or on the chairs. So what is the marshmallow challenge? You're gonna do in groups of 4 people. 5 is also okay if we don't get equal groups of 4 people. You're gonna have 18 minutes to build the tallest possible freestanding structure out of material that I give you. What I'm going to give you is 20 pieces of spaghetti. You can find it here on the front on the chairs. In addition, you will get 1 marshmallow, and exactly 1 marshmallow. You will get 1 meter of string, that would be the blue thing here. And you will get 1 meter of tape, being here, masking tape. It has an unfortunate habit of sticking everywhere, but, well, that's tape. So your goal is to build the tallest possible freestanding structure out of these materials. With freestanding, I mean it stands either on one of these tables in front here, or on the floor, or on a chair, and is not supported by anything. Supported, I mean you're not holding it up with your hands like this. It is not leaning against the wall, or hanging from the ceiling, if you can manage that. That would not be freestanding. Freestanding means on its surface, it stands up. And the height is going to be measured from the surface you put it on, going upwards. So if you put it on a table, I will measure it from here. If it's on the floor, I'll measure the height from here. So putting it on a table does not give you any extra advantage in getting higher up. Now, a couple of rules. The marshmallow, and I mean the entire marshmallow, has to be at the top of your structure. You may not cut the marshmallow, you may not eat it. Resist the temptation of eating it. You can eat it afterwards if you want, but not during the challenge. You will not get another one. Well, actually, I have a whole bag of these, so if you want to eat afterwards, I can give them away. That's not a big problem. You may use as much or as little of the things that I give you. So you have 20 pieces of spaghetti. You can use only 1 if you want to. Or you can use all 20, but you only have 20. So as much or as little as you want. You can break the spaghetti into small pieces. If you build a tower of 1 centimeter spaghetti pieces, go ahead. You can cut the tape, you can cut the string. I have some scissors up here if you need. You can use these to cut the string. It's easier than trying to cut them with your fingers. So feel free to cut and break the things up, except the marshmallow. The total marshmallow at the top, okay? Cool. And you will have exactly 18 minutes to do this. At the end of the 18 minutes, it's hand off the spaghetti, don't hold it up, See what happens. And this is going to be a competition. So I will have some prizes. Can have some prizes in here for some interesting stuff from Finland that I will hand out to the winning team. So what we need next from you is to divide yourself into teams of 4 people each. I currently have enough stuff here for, I need to get a little bit more tape for a couple of more teams, but there should be for 10 people stuff up here, except for the tape, but that's not a big deal, I will get it from there. So divide into groups of 4, and find a place where you want to build your tower. Go stand there, and when I tell you, you will come get the stuff. Don't get the stuff from the tables yet, but the teams, please move where you want to build it. So, go. Teams of 4. You have tables here. You can move these tables a bit around to get more room. There's in the back room. Okay, some are already getting the stuff. Go ahead and get the stuff. Those who do not have tape, please raise their hand and come to me in that corner. And no building. Sorry. Is there someone who needs tape? If you want, you can also go outside in the corridor. I don't mind. People, listen up. Hello. Don't try all to build your towers over there. It's going to be chaos. There's room also there. There's room over there. There's room over there. Open the door and go in the corridor if you don't have enough room. You don't have tape? Go ahead.
Do we have to be agile as customers?
It's up to you. You do whatever you do. In 18 minutes, you need to have a tower.
Okay, can I ask you some suggestions?
No, I will not tell you anything.
Okay.
You need more marshmallows. Do you have spaghettis and everything else? Okay. Tape first. Here's tape. Who needs material? You need tape? Here's tape. Do you have spaghetti, string, marshmallow? Everything else you have? Please let me through. Find a team, join another team.
Can we get on for one team?
Join another existing team, become 5 instead of 4. It will take too long to get more stuff. Okay, great. Everyone remember the rules? Build a structure. You have 18 minutes. Your time is starting now. Join an existing group. Yes. We have 10 groups in the room. Join an existing one. You can borrow them from here. Join an existing group if you just pick someone that doesn't have 4 people and say, I will join you.
But for example, if this not counts, if someone will build the building on the table, for example, and
They were already finished the timer. 5 seconds.
2, 1, 0.
Okay, stop working. Please hands off the spaghetti. And let's start measuring. Let's start here. I'm quick. 55. 50. We have 1 0 here. You put it up after the time was over. 40. 24.
Yeah.
66. Don't want to topple it. 45. And there's one more here. Oh, it just collapsed. It's not standing on the floor. What's there? There's one more. Get through. Last one. $59. Okay, I think I measured everyone's. There's still one missing. You had the one that was 0 when the time was up. You started putting it after the time was over. Yes, the structure should be ready at the end of the time. Okay, we can just look. Don't record it. They had a 0. This would have been 51. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Who was the winner with 66? Where do we have the team with the 66 centimeter tower? Come front here, please. It's still standing? See, perfect structure. The highest one still standing, everything great. Oh, even material left over. Come up front here. Pick up your prize. You get some nice Finnish candy. And a big applause for the winners here. There you go. Share it among the team, share it among the other people if you wish. Okay, have a seat. Let's have a quick chat about what happened. We have 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
So, what happened here? What happened when you started building your tower? You had teamwork, brainstorming. What else? Chat. Okay. When did you try the first time to put a marshmallow on top of your tower? At the end. Not at the end. I was trying to keep like an eye on all the teams and look when the first time the marshmallow came up. I think roughly at around 10 minutes left was when the first team had something that was actually standing. It was actually quite excellent. I had also this exercise in a lot of trainings where it might be a couple of minutes left when the first time something puts something up. What happened when you put the marshmallow at the top of your tower? It started to go, eeeew. Why did that happen? Weak structure. Yeah, but why was your tower built then so high with a weak structure? Right. You made a lot of assumptions about how spaghetti behave and how it will behave when you put the marshmallow on top. Without testing anything. Yeah, the marshmallow is actually quite heavy. It's surprisingly heavy, and it's the most heaviest object in your construction, so the center of gravity would be quite high up in the thing, so it starts toppling over. So you had an assumption. Who here made a plan at the beginning? What kind of plan did you make? Bad ones. Someone even drew a plan on a piece of paper. Yeah, when I have trainings, people have papers on the tables, so half the tables usually start drawing something, like really high and tall structures, nice plans. They start executing on the plan, and then when they get to the end of the project, meaning the testing phase, the whole system crashes. Oops, and we have 1 minute left. So that's a typical behavior. So I'm not really surprised here. So what can we learn from this? Let's put that up. So we can learn a little bit about iterative and incremental approach to solving these kind of problems. So this is what you did. You had 18 minutes. You looked at the stuff you had in the beginning. You know, we have the spaghetti, touch it, you find your place, and so on. Say hello to your team members. Then you start to plan, like back there, they drew actually a plan on a piece of paper. Then you start actually to build something. And at the end, of course, you get your nice tower, right? But what actually happens is, blum, it falls over. Or you usually doesn't fall over because you're still holding it and you start feeling how it's wobbly and doesn't really feel stable. So you actually take it apart again and start to go like, we need to do something differently here this time. Now, let me ask you this question. Who consistently performs poorly in this kind of exercise? There are actually good statistics about this because this has been run many times, and if you just collect the numbers, you get some numbers on this. Who do you think is typically bad at this kind of thing? Spaghetti? Spaghetti doesn't build spaghetti. What kind of people have problems with this? Managers. Yes, probably. Since it's been run with a lot of people, usually it's business school graduates who have the biggest problems with this. But managers as well, project managers as well, and so on. But why do they have problems with this? Why is it challenging for them to build a tower like this? Yeah, I find it really interesting. The guy here is sitting and talking on the phone while the rest of the team is building. Shows great teamwork. But why do certain types of groups behave badly in this? Well, they argue. Yes, that happens with certain groups. It becomes a power struggle. So you have 5 people in the team, everyone has their idea, and they start to struggle whose idea is the right idea, and we're going to build my tower or no tower at all, right? The other reason why certain groups perform badly is they have just been taught that how you solve a problem is you make a plan, you execute, and you get the expected result. That works quite nicely when you have simple problems, like you talked about, if someone was invited as thing. If you have a very complex problems where you start to make assumptions about your spaghetti and they turn out to be false, doing a plan up front, executing on it, and expecting the result at the end might not work. You might have to validate your assumptions. Can spaghetti actually, is it stable enough, hard enough, so that it doesn't fall over? Let's get a piece here. Can I show you? It goes very easily like this. It doesn't break that easily, actually, if you think about it. This is 90 degrees before it actually breaks. But it's very unstable. But you assume that it's quite stable. Then you do the plan accordingly. And what happens? It collapses at the end. Now let me ask another question. Who actually performs quite well in this exercise? Yeah, construction engineers might be quite good at this. They understand that they have to test the stability of the structure and assumptions and things like that. But there's another group that performs really well in this exercise. Children, right. Kindergarten graduates are usually very good at this exercise. On average, they build higher towers than business school graduates, which is very surprising. Now, why is that? Why do children perform much better? Well, this is the business school graduates kind of idea on how you solve the problem. Orient, plan, you build something, and at the end you get something out. Now, how do children build a tower like this? Well, what they do, they just build all the time. They don't even bother making a plan. There usually is no power struggle going like, I'm the biggest CEO here at the table, therefore I tell you how to do it. Children usually don't go in that kind of thing. And what you will see is that they have very early in the time something standing up. Very quickly, a couple of minutes, they might have something with a marshmallow on top. And they're like, okay, we have something, let's make it higher. And they start making it higher, but again, they have another higher structure with again a marshmallow on top. And again, and again. And at the end, they end up with having quite high tower. It might look very weird. If you look at compare constructions that you guys do and what children do, you have very kind of like engineering way. You have like a base here that gives stability and then a tower that goes up. If you look at photos of children who do this, the structures look very organic. They're not planned like this. They're just grown somehow into some kind of structure, but they actually work quite well, which is cool. So, what is the difference between these two approaches? What would you call this kind of approach where they constantly have something every couple of minutes, something is ready? Consistency? Iterations? Well, yeah, they're kind of using an iterative and incremental approach where they have a potentially shippable product at the end of every increment. Sound familiar to anyone? Anyone ever done Scrum, Kanban, Agile? No? No, okay. No one is familiar with that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's actually what they do. They use a very iterative and incremental approach. They don't know it. And there are, of course, no fixed length iterations here because they just build something. But that's what they do. They build a small tower, then a bigger tower, and so on. And that's how they come up with a very big and stable thing there. So, we're running out of time. There are plenty of other lessons you can take out of this. Someone mentioned team is one thing. So team composition makes a big difference. Think about you have a very, most of you were probably unfamiliar with each other. Am I right with the assumption here? Or where you work together for the last 5 years, we know each other very well, we're a top-performing team. That will make a very big difference in this exercise, by the way. If you do this with random people, you get very different results versus you do with very good teams, because they know the teamwork, they know how to solve problems, they don't have any problems with whose idea is good, or I don't want to listen to you, or something like that. So, remember, if you build stuff, you are going to make a lot of hidden assumptions about things. Try to validate those assumptions. You assume that your spaghettis are stable. Use an iterative and incremental method to build it up. Be it Kanban, be it Scrum, I don't care. Build it in such a way that you have constantly a fully functioning end result that is fully tested. You know that it works, didn't collapse before, and then build another increment on top of that, which is again stable, 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 and so on. And you will end up with a high-quality product that's still standing there. And your guys still standing there, right? I think you tried a little bit smaller first, then you made it higher or something like that, right? Cool. So you will end up with a great structure, a great product, at great quality. Thank you.
Thank you, Lasse, for that.
If anyone has any questions,
Yeah.
please come up to me and talk to me. Yes, you can.
Yeah, we now will have coffee break, so
Get some marshmallows. The highest I've ever sawn myself is somewhere around 60 to 70 centimeters. So 66 is the one that I've personally sawn around the highest. I've heard of people who have gone over 1 meter. It depends on the marshmallows a lot. So I noticed. I try to buy the biggest parcel of marshmallows I can find. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the bigger ones than this. So I found in Finland there's another one that is 1.5 times bigger than this one, which would be better, but they don't sell it all the time. You want marshmallows? There you go. Anyone want marshmallows? Please come up here, pick them up. Otherwise, they go in the trash. I don't take them home. Okay.
Thank you, Lasse.
Thank you.
Here is some present for you.
Let's clean.
Okay, and we are here back in 20 minutes after the break. Now coffee break with marshmallows.